So hey guys, welcome aboard. Today we're going to be in. So today what we'll do is we'll do a career scenario. I'm feeling ballsy. In the class 180, I can't pronounce that. Adalante, I don't know. And it's the Stowaway. It's a nice short one, and it's got 4 bars of redness. So we'll see how this goes. And we're going from Bounds Green Depot to Bounds Green Depot from King's Cross. So it's just the end of the day, and we're taking the train back to the depot. As you can see, the steam cell is on when I'm filming this. That's why I went and got a load of things from, because I think I got the class 180 for something like £2.50, which is pretty damn good deals. And I've got a few things in FSX as well, which I need to try out. Speaking of FSX, I have actually reinstalled it on my PC. Purely so that I can go and do some more flights with the Tornado GR1. I know those of you who watch my Railworks videos don't always watch my flight sim videos and vice versa. But yeah, I thought I'd talk about that whilst we wait for this to boot up. And for those of you wondering, it is currently Black Friday. It's the 27th. So I'll just wait for this to boot up whilst, yeah. English, hello. Anyway, so by the time this video goes live, well, I think I must have fit. This is actually my 201st video for YouTube. Fun fact. So that's pretty crazy that I've made that many videos. I've actually made as many videos as Ballin's HD has made on his channel. So that's pretty crazy. But I've made them on a wider variety of games, I would say. This evening it should be a straightforward trip between King's Cross and Bounds Green Depot. Cool. That's the Class 180 over there. We don't need any of this rubbish commuter stuff for the Class 1-2 or the Class 43s. I've actually never seen the Class 180. I didn't even know if Grand Central were actually a real company until I checked them out online. And they are real. Just yeah, we are driving the James Herriot. Most of you will know who James Herriot is. He was a British author / pilot in World War II / vet. Nice combination of roles there. The train manager has just found a couple of children hiding on board. Please open the doors to let them out. Once the doors close, you may depart. Wow, it's already raining. Windscreen wipers? Are the doors open? Yes, they are. So the lights are configured correctly. No, the train came pre-configured with lights, so they are at the back too. It's interesting that the rear carriage isn't actually on the thing. And other things we can do is clear the AWS warning. Brakes still up holding the train in position. DRA, that can come on until we start getting the train ready to leave the station. We can wait for the doors to close. Ooh. So you can open like a couple of doors and then that at the front. I'm not quite sure what that actually does. It doesn't do anything. Oh, it pulls that back in. That's cool. Then it makes the whole train more aerodynamic. Very cool. They're off the train now, let's proceed to the depot. So, signal in front of us is green, so DRA is released. Let's move the train away. I am going to put sander on just because it's a wet night and I don't want to get wheel slip, because you get penalised for wheel slip in this game. I'm not sure if you do IRL or not, but we'll assume you do. I'm also going to cheat and use speed set to hold the train speed. which will allow me to less Zen mode and more look at what's going on. $15 miles an hour, speed sets. So that's the train now holding the speed, which is pretty awesome. It's a very rainy night though. Yeah, it's only 20 past 7, not too late. But it's still pretty wet and rainy. So the second carriage always confuses me, because it's got like a gold finish on the door, if you like, and it, as I say, it's really confusing. Because it's the first class, but it looks like it's the same colour as the panelling inside. So when you look at it, you're like, that door's not, there you go, the door's fallen off or something? No, don't worry, it hasn't. So that's emergency brake, that's AWS. I'm just having a look around the train as we're driving off. This can come on. That helps. A great deal. I love the lighting in here though. That's the clipboard light, so max speed 125 miles an hour, that's pretty standard for a British train. We've just gone through the 45 limit, but we've got to wait obviously till the last carriage gets into the 45. Oh, we're double 180 today. That's cool. I didn't realise that. I'll have a look at that once we get out the tunnel. Because the 180 must be a 4 car then, so it'll be a yeah, it'll be an 8 car. Alright, and that's just telling me what's going on. It's not quite the Just Trains Advanced series where you can do radio checks and stuff like that. That's wipers. Cabin light. There we go. That's what I was after. The performance has just gone through the floor, but that's what I was after. Full power. I suppose the windscreen wipers can come off for a little bit as well. Because we're up into a 45 limit now. Apparently we're going through a signal, but I can't actually see it. And the rain's back on. I love the rain effect. It's so visually pleasing. Actually, I can go to external for a bit. I think the rain's one of the things that kills the performance. Yeah, if we just go into free cam mode. Actually, one thing we do need to do first. That's a pretty enough horn. Yeah, so do the two-tone you've literally got to do. Horn, bell. You can't actually hear it. Yeah, there's the partition between the two carriages. Or between the two trains, sorry, I should call them trains because they are technically trains. We'll be entering the next tunnel pretty soon, then the performance will come back up. I'm going to have to hit the 45 limit in. Have we got any time checkpoints on here? Stop at Alexandra Palace. I thought this was like a passengerless train. But okay. Bowers Park, then Bounce Green Depot. Speed set. We're meant to arrive at Barons Green in 15 minutes. I'm not going to do adjust the speed because that's the 65 sign there, and in less than half a mile we've got to be back at 45 again. So I'm just going to keep us doing this speed. I'm probably going to kill the cab light just because it's not giving me anything and it's just killing the performance. See, it's just so much smoother when you get rid of the cab light. Fire extinguisher, very handy. You know they say only use a fire extinguisher if you've had extinguisher training. Not that many people actually have extinguisher training, just putting it out there. See, now I'm in the 65, but I have to be back at 45 in a quarter of a mile. So it's just not worth it. Okay, why's that happened? What the hell? Why are we doing an emergency stop? Is that a red signal coming up ahead? No, we're green on our line. Well, that's ruined it. I wonder why that happened. Yeah, someone's just put the passenger emergency brake. So, override. That's why it's not penalising me. That's cool. That is intensely cool. I get the door screens and things like that. That is cool. Yeah, so we're not stopping in Finsbury Park, but I need to know what it's actually saying. Go via Finsbury Park, platform 4 and 5. Yeah, so it is a time constrained waypoint, that. So I'm just going to keep going. Build the speed up to 55. Alright. So continue ahead to Alexandra Park. And stop there. That's Finsbury Park, so we're not stopping there. Alexandra Palace, which is I think where you wanted us to stop. How far away is that? It's not even drawing the waypoint in, so it must be a long way away for distance. Well, that's 4 minutes. Oh, there it is. 3.25 miles. That's 50. There. This thing does accelerate quite slowly, I've got to say. I don't know if it's because it's on the wet, but it's accelerating really slowly. .54, that's speed set. The windscreen wiper, I wish you could make it go like double speed or something. Just to ensure it actually, you know, cleared the windscreen in time. Oh, okay, so we're running early, which is good. Everyone likes it when you're running early. The horn's not working. 250 points. Oh yeah. Wow. Frames drop. Yeah. Oh, alright. It's going up there actually. I'm going to get rid of some. I'm going to turn some of the settings down because it looks pretty, but the performance is just shocking. And I mean, be looking even worse on your screens. So. The windscreen wiper seems to speed up as well. Or is that could just be me imagining things. Sander can come off. Alexandra Palace. Yeah, I think it's going to be worth building the speed up for that short hop. There's the 60 sign. We haven't actually got a train length switch on here, because if you push that, it goes as you're going past the sign. It'll like make a noise as the far end of the train goes past the sign. So then you know when you can accelerate, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Full power. Accelerating up to 60 now. This is this is like the first time I'm doing this scenario though, so just be aware of that. $59. So, I mean, if you look at the frames, they are actually alright. It was like it fluctuated up to about 25. The last station we went through. This is a DMU, isn't it? Yeah, it's diesel. I was looking at some of the repaints for this, but no. I thought, no, better not. Alright. About a mile to go, I'll just pull idle, then I'll start doing gentle braking application to pull us into Alexandra Palace without much ado. Right, that's 59. Yeah, as I say, Hornsey, platform 2, I'll just hit idle there. Sorry that I'm kind of opening cans of energy drink on the fly here, but yeah. That's Hornsey. So as I said, I'm just going to put idle. In this train, that doesn't mean it's a braking application, that means just put idle. I will be doing a scenario with a few guys as well in the class 390 after this. And this speed just doesn't bleed. Yeah, so we're not far from the end now. We just need to pull into Alexandra Palace. We can't afford to speed at all here. We're going to be arriving a minute early, so if anything we can slow down a bit and get in a little bit on the well, you know, delay ourselves a little bit getting in. Because I'm not actually sure the braking profile's on this, so I'm just going to keep it nice and gentle. I mean, you can see Alexandra Palace there. Also, one of the difficult things about driving a train is it's not a linear braking system. So in a car, you put your foot on the brake pedal, the car slows down. You lift it off, it stops slowing down. In the train, if I lift my foot off, if I take the brakes off, you know, you can look at that graph and it'll show you how long it takes the brake pressure to dissipate. See, it's not like an instantaneous thing, whereas it is in a car. Which is probably one of the most confusing things about driving a train. Grand Central with James Harriet. Come on. Keep up. Damn it. So they vectored us into Alexandra Palace, platform 4. We've gone through the 30 sign. A little bit of gentle braking application. It's a bit wet for that dress, but that seems to be the thing. If you follow the Squirrel's Nuts on YouTube, every single time he does either this or Romsey, that's like his main comment. It's a bit wet for that dress, Pat. Technically, it doesn't really matter which part of the train I stop on in the platform. I'm going to try and do it quite nicely there. So, you know, it won't deduct points for me for like stopping the train badly. But I mean, you can see by this diagram where if you look at the tail end of the train, it's quite a significant distance from the end of the platform. Oh, I've rolled the front over. No, I might not have. I have. It's either going to be a pro stop or like a really unpro stop. And I think because part of the front carriage has rolled past the... Stop! Sand. I'll just open the doors. DRA is set. Releasing most of the braking pressure. It's interesting. Yeah. Oh, it does put a red caption there saying the door's unlocked. Right, we can go now. Can check the doors are closed. Yes, they are. Forward. We'll release the DRA. And let's go. So we are very nearly there now. I'm going to go via Bowes Park, which is where we should be in about 5 minutes. And then Bounds Green Depot, which is where we're finishing, and Bounds Green's only 2 miles away. How far away is Bowes Park out of sheer interest? Oh. Are we going the right way? Speed set. This is a weird route. Feels like I'm heading onto a tram network. Oh, it's just a flyover. But you know what I mean? This does actually feel quite a lot like a tram network. I also like the fact that there's no people on board the train now. Because normally, if you're doing things like this, I know with the Class 801, which I was driving not so long ago, I've got to stop at Bowes Park, switch ends, then drive on. Got you. What time am I scheduled? Oh, I've got to be at Bowes Park. I'm getting a little bit on the early side, apparently. Hopefully. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to change ends and then reverse the train. Well, not reverse it, but drive it the other way. That's going to be an AWS activation. Waiting to happen. So I'm just going to get back inside and wait for it to happen. There it is. It's a rare time when I actually spot the AWS activation before the train does. I'm sorry, I spot the amber before the train does, sorry. And again, I'm just going to put power off now and get us down to 15. Because, as you saw, the stopping profile on this train is a little bit worse than you think it is. And we're going downhill, so definitely need to start braking. I'm just going to leave the sander on permanently because I don't want any form of wheel slip, if at all possible. Bowes Park RRL. I wonder what RRL actually stands for. Probably something like Royal Rail Line or something like that. So apparently that's a 50 or a 70 limit. 50 limit, I think, straight on, 70 if you're turning off or something. I don't know. AWS warning. Speed set to 15. We are creeping up into the boards there, but I don't really care. Bowes Park. Alright, speed set comes off. Which way is it from here to... That's Bowes Park. I'm just going to work out what I'm actually going to. Alright, so this is like the end of the line or something. Alright, we'll just bump that up to about 20% braking. That's good. Now I've got to go to Bowes Park platform, which is... Alright, so just getting literally change directions. And from there it's Bounds Green Depot, which is 1 mile away. Literally within walking distance for the technicians, if we had a breakdown here. I can't stop yet though. I've got to be it's looks like it's fairly shortish, kind of. Well, quite a fine line, sorry. Bowes Park. Nice rail bridge they've got. Yeah, there's the buffers. So the second we get the end of this carriage over the... I'm going to change ends, get into this carriage and drive off. And it's just because we are a little bit pushed for time right now. We are running nice and early, but still I'm just not too happy to be delaying much in this area. Grand Central. I do quite like the design of the Class 180, if that makes sense, because it does look fairly pretty. I'm going to start braking pretty. I don't want to brake too soon, because then I'll stop and then have to get going again, and that'll take time. But I don't know. Right, so we've got to wait here. It's going to get us to change ends, so we might as well do that one now. Oh, there's another train in front of us, that's why it was delaying us in here. Nobody really cares if we're late because we're just a... an empty train. That's why we're being held for a commuter train. Okay. So windscreen wiper can come on this end. I'm just going to go back to the other end. Turn the windscreen wipers off. Because that'll like wear things out, etc. There we go. Windscreen wipers are on. What's the lights doing? The lights are actually gone off. And we've got the lights position too. Wait for that light to change and then we can go. See if I can just tab through it. Alright, I can tab through it. I tabbed through that red light, so it's now no longer my fault if this is a problem. I'm actually going to creep through. I tabbed through that! Right guys, so that's going to be the end of this video. You saw as well as I did that I tabbed through that and I got it approved to drive through that signal. So screw the game. Thanks for watching folks, we'll see you next time. Bye!